Hello, dear students. We have another second problem of engineering mechanics statics. Determine the force in each member of the loaded truss. So this is the truss which is loaded at point B, 400 kgs, and this is hinge support. This is roller support. You have studied that hinge support resists two forces. Resist two forces in x direction and y direction, and roller support resist only one force that will be in x direction. Okay, first of all we need to draw a free body diagram of this loaded truss. So I have already drawn that free body diagram of this loaded truss. So in this I am make this this forces, these supports show by points like that. Okay, so the load is also show by point and line. You have to draw a free body diagram in and represent all the forces and all loads by line and points. Okay, and this is the reaction force at point A, AX. This is reaction force, and this is also reaction force at AY, and this is reaction force at point C, CX. Roller support one only resist one force. Okay, that will be in X direction in this question. Okay, so uh, I have directed this force to the left because when you pull this string or this member, when you pull by the force of this, uh, it will the force will uh, act toward that, and the support will resist this. The support will resist this point by reaction force at side of left, at the direction of left. Okay, like that it also work like ax, and it also, and I directed the force in uh, from toward toward left because when you pull this force, and it will compress this member, and the force will act toward this side, and the reaction force, the reaction of the roller support will resist this force. Mm, I call that a reaction force. This is a reaction force. This is not force. This is a reaction force. The reaction force act toward the left. Okay. I hope this concept will clear to you. If it is not clear, then you can contact with me on WhatsApp, or let me inform in comment. Okay. So the third step is, first of all you have to draw free body diagram FBD, and the second step you have to show that reaction reaction forces forces, and the third point is you have to find out angles, missing angles. This is we the given angle is 30 degree between member AB and AC, and 60 degree between member CA CB. Okay, 60 degree, and we have not this angle. uh, this angle is not given, so we have to find out this angle. So if you think that the a triangle have 180 degrees, in the whole triangle there is 180 degrees, so if you divide this whole triangle into two parts like that, the first angle will be that, and the second triangle will be that. First triangle and second triangle, and the first triangle is here, and the second triangle is here. Okay, so in first triangle 60° here and 90°. This is perpendicular to that at 90°. So 90° plus 60°, it is 150°. And if you negative 180° minus 150°, you will get answer of 30°. So it will be 30°. This angle will be 30. Okay, and vice versa like that. 30° plus 90°, 120°, 120°, 180°, 180° minus 120°, you will get angle of 60°. This will be 60°. Okay, so this is 60°. Sorry, this is 30°, and this is 60°. That will 90 because it is perpendicular 90°. The third step is we find out angle, missing angle. Find angles. No, the question is very easy will be very easy for you after that. Okay, now you know that due to the gravity, F is equal to mg, mass into gravity. Okay, so you also know that G will be equal to 9.81 meter per second square per square second. Now we will determine the forces of the truss members using joint methods. So forces acting on a joint must satisfy condition of equilibrium. Okay, so summation of F forces in x direction equal to 0. We have to satisfy this condition and also satisfy in y direction. Summation of all forces in y direction will be equal to 0. The force which is directed toward left will be taken as positive, and the force which is directed toward left will be taken as negative. The force which is directed toward up will be taken as positive, and the force which is directed toward down will negative. Okay, now first we will set up equilibrium equation for point B, joint. We will take and analyze joint B. Okay, because why we take joint B? Because joint B have maximum known forces is 1 and unknown forces is 2. That's why we take this joint. If we take this joint, there is no known forces. It will be difficult for us to find force in member CA and CB. And also, if we take this joint A, there is no known force. It will be very difficult to find forces in member AB and AC. That why we first of all we take joint B. Okay, I draw joint B in XY plane. This is 400 kgs. Okay, and this is force of member AC, BC and AB. This is force of member AB, and this is joint B. This is X plane and this is Y plane. X and Y plane. So I assume that the force in this member is in tension. Okay, I assume, and also I assume that the force in this member in tension. The force in this member in tension. Why in tension? The force directed away from the joint will called tension, and the force directed toward the joint we call it, this force is in compression. So I assume these forces. After that, if my answer is come with a negative sign, that our assumption will wrong, and we have to change this direction from the tension to the compression. Okay, so later on we will see that, and this is really in real intention or in compression. So now I assume it as this both forces are in tension. So summation of f of x, force in x direction equal to 0. So I will take all the forces in x direction. This is not in x and not in y, so I will resolve this into two components. One component in x, so this is x component and this is y component by head to tail rule, like that. This is the resultant force F of AB or BA, and this is also, this is F of AB cos, sorry, F of AB, this is vertical component, F of AB sine 60 degree. This is 60 degree. We prove that, we find that angle, like this angle is 60 degree. Okay, so this is F of, this is horizontal component, F of AB cos, with horizontal component we to take cos, and with vertical component we take sine. So cos 60 degree. This will be in negative because the direction toward left. We have studied that the direction toward left of the force, so we will take negative side. This is F of AB cos negative. So the first force we obtain negative F of AB cos 60 degree. Okay, and we will resolve this into its component. So I resolve it here. This is the resultant force, and by head to tail I resolve it into vertical and horizontal component. This is by head to tail. So F of AB, sorry, this is BC, BC, F of BC cos 60. Okay, f of BC cos this angle, what will be that angle? That angle is 30 degree. Okay, you will see that 30 degree cos 30. The direction of force is toward left, so it will be negative, and the direction of force down, we have studied that the direction of force down will be negative. F of BC cos, sine 60 degree. Sorry, 30 degree, 30 degree. Okay, and we also find that this was negative f of b c cos 30 degree equal to 0. There is no force in or remain in horizontal plane. Okay, so if you rearrange it, f of ab force on member ab will be equal to, when you move it to the right side of equality, then it will be positive. Positive f of BC cos 30 degree divided by cos 60 degree. Okay, so this is negative and this is positive. We, if you uh, move to the right, then it will be negative. F of AB equal to negative f of BC cos 30 degree divided by cos 60 degree. Okay, this is equation 1. So let set up equilibrium equation in y direction, in this direction. Okay, so f summation of all forces in y direction equal to 0, up will be positive, down directed will be negative. So we will take this force 4000 and down negative 400 kgs, negative 400 kgs. And also when I took this force, this is vertical component of this force, f of AB sine 60 degree, this is up and we will take it positive. Positive f AB sine 60 degree, and also this force, this component f of this is also down and we will take it as negative. F of BC sine 30 degree, negative f BC sine 30 degree equal to 0. Okay, sorry, you also know that f is equal to, this is f is equal to mg, m equal to, this is mass multiplied by 9.81. okay, it will be 9.81 multiply with that. Okay, so let apply expression. First of all, I write it minus f of BC cos 30 minus f BC cos 30 degree divided by cos 60 degree and multiply by sine 60 degree. Okay, minus FBC sine 30 degree, and also minus 400 into 9.81 equal to 0. Now if you rearrange this all, first of all I common it from these two, so FBC negative cos 30 divided by cos 60 degree multiply by sine 60 degree, sorry, minus sine 30 degree. Okay, I common it, minus 400 into 9.81 equal to 0. Okay, if you left force at member BC at right side, left side, and move all these component to the right side. Okay, so F force in member BC equal to 400, it will be positive, multiplied by 9.81 divided by, I will divide all this, negative cos 30 degree divided by cos 60 degree into sin 60 degree minus negative sin 30 degree. Okay, so F of BC, when you calculate this on calculator, you will get answer of negative 1962 Newton. Okay, the Newton, why Newton is come? Newton because of gravity multiplied by 4 weight or mass, and the unit will be cancelled. That unit will be cancelled to each other, and the Newton will come. Okay, so negative sign show that our first assumption, that uh, our first assumption was that this force is intention. Okay, no, it is not intention. And so this force is intention. We assume that this force is intention, but it is not intention area, because the answer is we obtained the answer with a negative sign. It means that our assumption was wrong, and it is in compression. This force is in compression. The force in BC, member BC, will be in compression. This In this member, the force is in compression. This weight compress this member. Now we solved force in member BC is 1962. That, so now we solve force in member AB. We solve this force in member AB. Okay, so we put F of AB, we use this equation 1, and put the value of BC. We will get answer force in member AB. Okay, so F of AB equal to, at the place of BC, at place of force in BC is that, no, 1962 multiplied by, sorry, cos, it is cos 30 divided by cos 60, cos 30 degree by cos 60 degree. If you calculate it on calculator, you will get answer F of AB. This is negative 1962, and also negative this. This is also negative, and here is another negative sign. So negative into negative equal to positive, and when you solve it on calculator, 33 98.28 Newton. This force come with the sign, and we obtain this force with the sign positive sign. So it means that our assumption was right. It is in tension. Okay. So to solve force in member AC, we have to take joint C. Force in member AC, we have to take joint C or joint A to obtain force in this member. Now I take joint C. This is joint C, and I draw it in XY plane, Y and X. So this is force in member AC, and this is for in member CB. Okay. Now I assume that this force in member CA is in tension, and this is also in tension. I just assume it. This is also in tension, and the angle make with the vertical with Y. When you see that the angle making with a vertical plane in XY plane with Y, you just interchange cos theta with a horizontal sign and sin theta with a vertical sign, and also you can take it is this angle. What will be that angle? That angle will be 30 degree. You also make it with that. Also you make it with that. With this, for example, uh, I resolve this component. So first of all, summation of f of y equal to 0. Up will be positive, down directed force will be negative. Okay, so now I resolve it into its component. This is my resultant force CB, force CB or BC. So I resolve it into horizontal component and also with vertical component. So it's horizontal component with horizontal component. If you take this angle which make with a vertical in xy plane with y, then you have to write that FCB with the horizontal component you have to write sine 60, or you have to use this angle FCB cos with the horizontal component cos, but it make with horizontal, then it will be 30 degree. This angle and this angle are same. Sine 60 and cos 30 are same thing. Okay, and FCB cos with this angle, according to this angle, it will come cos 60 degree, or FCB according to this angle, it will come sine 30 degree. These are the same thing. Okay, so if you take it as CB, CA or AC, F of AC, AC or CA, it is directed up. No, it is plus, and it is also directed up. It is also plus. FCB, I take it that sine. Sorry. This is the vertical component. Cos 60 degree equal to 0. So F of CB equal to negative F of sorry I want to find this CB. I want to find AC. F of AC equal to negative F of force at member CB cos 60 degree. If you calculate F of AC equal to negative sine into negative sine, FCB value is negative 1962. CB value is 1962 cos 60 degree. The sign will cancel out. Minus into negative equal to positive. F of AC will, if you calculate it on calculator, then you will get answer 1981 Newton, and it is come with a positive sign, that it means that our assumption was right. It is intention. So you can also try it out as here you can put F of CB sine, it is cos 60. You can put sine F of CB sine 30, and you solve it. The answer will same 981. Sorry, 981. Thank you.